What's going on, guys? I am Gibbs. I am back from RLCS, a little bit sick, but I'm here to break down the one and only, the squishy goal. Let's go through the goal first, and then we'll show it in real time. This was probably Cloud9's 10th kickoff goal of the entire World Championship. They were scoring kickoff goals left, right, and center. That's one thing I wanted to bring up on the desk. It never had a chance. But there is the goal from the squishy view. And he didn't seem that excited on the in the game, but he was having a little excitement with the right analog stick, at least, I guess, at the end of that goal. But let's watch it one more time, and then we'll break it down a little bit for you guys. And the reason why it's the greatest goal probably ever, there's the Allot redirect, which is a little bit different. That one's also a little bit more random. Like, obviously, he's trying to get it down, but this has so many different kind of steps to it that it makes it extremely strong of a goal. So let's break it down from his view first, and then we'll break it down from other views. Go a little bit slow. So off the face-off, Gimmick purposely losing it behind him to the right, and it goes right at the wall for Squishy. He's going for that boost, so that seems like a planned play. We'll go for 50 first. So the first thing, you have to set up the ceiling shot, and you just pop it off the wall. And you can see here, like Allot, he has no boost, so he can't contest this. He knows this. Magnus as well, as you can see behind the beam there, he is going for the corner boost. He's not going to be ready to be able to do anything yet. And Metza is coming from the other corner boost, just a little bit too far away. He could have maybe challenged first instead of Magnus, but I don't know if it would have really mattered all that much. That's probably the only way, but then it leaves it as Metza's the only one that has a chance to defend this shot, rather than Magnus has a chance and then Metza can hold the goal line. Magnus, he would have had a rush to the goal line. Might have been a little bit harder, but, you know, we'll see what happens. But, so first off, he goes off the ceiling, and the reason why ceiling shots are so important is because as long as you don't jump off the ceiling, you can do your second flip whenever you want. You don't have to wait for that second and a half. So right here at 57 seconds is when his wheels leave the ceiling. And you'll see it here. Yeah, probably about 57 seconds. Yeah, there you go. So now they're off the ceiling. Magnus is now coming off the wall, watching what Squishy's doing. So from Squishy's point of view, he knows he has to get it around Magnus first. He starts boosting towards the ball, so he has a little bit more control, just hanging around it. He sees Magnus, and instead of going for the aerial dribble where you keep it vertical, because you can see Magnus, he's boosting a lot. He's boosting to get up to the top side of the ball. Squishy kind of sees this. He starts boosting away from the ball because he got a little bit too close, just so he doesn't actually touch it. So you see this boost. He's boosting away from the ball. While doing that, he flips down so he can get underneath the ball. So at this point, he has faked Magnus. He has boosted away from the ball, did not touch it. Magnus is now, he was playing for that block. He is now out of the picture here. You'll see him go by right there. Magnus is going by. He was trying to block the verticalness. He also kind of took a weird angle, but hey, it's tough when you're coming off the wall right after you get boost. But now Squishy is boosting underneath the ball because if you're on top of the ball at this point, your flip's really not going to do anything. It's just going to put more speed on the ball. And if he's on top of it, it's going to come lower so Metza has a better chance at the save. So what he does is he boosts underneath the ball and then goes for his little side flip. It's like a side diagonal flip. I think it's more of a side flip, but it's hard to tell to get it past Metza. Now, of course, when you flip the ball, you also it'll stop any downwards momentum. You will just be perfectly still in the air. And so that's what happens. The ball kind of reaches him because he does his side flip, and he gets just a little bit of a flick into the net and over Metza. And god damn, what a shot. Let's look it over from Magnus's point of view. So we can see here, we'll go a little faster for this. Magnus sees Squishy going up. He knows a lot's out of the play. He might not know exactly where Metza is, but it's a face-off or a kickoff. He should know pretty much where he's going to be. He sees Squishy go off the ceiling, but at this point, you just have to try and block that aerial dribble. Most people have not been going for this flip shot. I also forgot to time the flip to show you why not jumping off the ceiling is so important. But you see here, he starts up about to go for that vertical dribble or the aerial dribble. And then you see Magnus right here is where he's like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to get this. And at this point, He might be able to boost down, but he stays up because, again, there's still a squishy there. He still has to worry about that flip because that flip can come at any time. As we see, 55 seconds here, doesn't matter about the second and a half. And that's the dangerous part about the ceiling shot is that flip, you can't plan for it at this point. You just have to try and predict it because every other time when someone jumps, you know, all right, they lost their flip. Now I just have to watch their card. The thing is, when you can flip at any time, you can change your position so quickly that you have to defend these at all costs. So he goes up, and he's like, oh, God. Oh, God, I'm so sorry, Metza. And also, to talk about this goal for Squishy, it's against the dynamic defensive duo from Metza and Magnus. So that's also another, like, holy cow type of scenario. So here, we see Metza on the kickoff. He goes for the other boost. And this is why like kickoffs are so important. Like if you can win them, you can set up some of these plays. So right here, a lot loses this kickoff and puts them in a bad spot. And a lot tries to go for the block there as well, but cannot. So at this point, Metza has two options. If he drives towards Squishy, maybe tries to challenge early, maybe he can get to this first. But the idea was Magnus will challenge from the wall while he sits on goal line. Obviously, it didn't work out for him, but you see Magnus go up, and now at this point, Metz is like, all right, I just got to hold this goal line. I want to stay sideways so I have the most room to work with here. And he sees it that it's most likely going to be on the inside post at this point. So he starts moving over, but he's not expecting this flip. It looks like, yeah, it looks like a front diagonal flip. I don't know. It's hard to tell. But there's like nothing you can do about that because he sees Squishy like pretty far away from the ball. We'll speed it up one more time. And like right here, like, God, like what do you do here? Like you're like, oh, he'll get a small tap, and it's like if he does flip it, like at this point he knows he's screwed. I think maybe he could jump a little bit earlier. Like he does jump at this point. Like oh God, this is not looking good. But that's where the flip comes in, and oh, disgusting Squishy, absolutely disgusting. And we'll just show it one more time from Squishy's point of view. Like, just the insanity. The reason why this play is so good is because he plans this whole thing out. It's not about the shot necessarily. It's about everything. He fakes out a player. He sets up his own ceiling shot, obviously, which he does all the time in practice. But he fakes out one by boosting near it. And then to boost away from the ball, then to boost under the ball in time with the boost he has, like, it's absolutely insane. Like, at this point, he's at 25 boosts. He boosts away, boosts underneath. And then with, what is it? Oh, one boost left. Okay, he does use the boost. He gets that last boost off. Using every ounce of boost he has. He flips at 54 seconds, 3 seconds after leaving the ceiling, and gets the shot. Also, this is game 4 of the lower final to tie the game. Such an important game for Cloud9. And to Method's credit, they do go on to win this game, which is really hard to do after a goal like this happens, and go on to win the series. But Cloud9 put on a show. Squishy put on a show. And there you have it, guys. The greatest goal in RLCS history, I would say. Even, like, without a doubt, World Championship history. But RLCS history, I would say, and can't wait for next season. We'll be seeing probably even better goals. But thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching the RLCS. Thank you for the support, and we'll see you next time. Later.